everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, then welcome. My name is Emery. I'm a senior at the University of Tennessee and I make videos here on YouTube. So if you enjoy this video, stick around, subscribe. I would love to have you here and turn on notifications so that you never miss an upload. I hope everybody had a very Merry Christmas. This Christmas was honestly one of my favorite Christmases that I can remember despite everything. I think it was maybe because I had honestly low expectations for it. It was just so good to see my family. We did kind of like a socially distanced outdoor brunch and I got to see my cousins and my aunts and uncles and it was just so much fun. But also it snowed here in Knoxville for the first time in 10 years on Christmas. Well, first white Christmas in 10 years, that is. And the last white Christmas that we had in 2010, I think we got like an inch of snow. You could still see the grass and everything, but I believe we got 5 inches of snow and it was just so nice. It was absolutely lovely and I hope you guys had a lovely Christmas as well. I'm going to be showing you guys everything that I gave for Christmas as well as everything that I got for Christmas. I always debate whether or not I want to do this video, but then I always end up on yes because for me at least, I love watching these videos. I always get so excited when I see everyone starting to upload them and I think it's just so fun and festive. I don't know, like I try not to be super materialistic, but I will admit that like I think things are fun and I like sharing things with people and I don't know, I like that type of thing. I like hauls. You know what I'm saying. If you're subscribed to me, you should know me well enough to know that I'm not doing this to brag. I feel like I should always do a disclaimer. Like I will recognize that I am very, I hate the word blessed, but I'm gonna use the word blessed. I recognize my privilege here. And yeah, I just don't want this to seem like I am trying to brag at all. Like I said, I just like sharing this stuff with you because I think it's fun. I like watching them. And yeah, disclaimer out of the way. Sorry that you guys had to sit through that. Also, everything that I show will be linked down below. So if you see something that you like, you can shop it down there. I know lots of Christmas sales are going on and yeah, shop down below if you want. And I'm gonna go ahead and start off with what I gave. I have a twin brother and sister. They're both 18. So for Anne, my sister, the first thing that I got her was this hat. Obviously, I got this when I was in Scotland. I found this in the tiniest little gift shop in the Highlands. The moment I saw it, I was like, that blue. And then I thought of her red hair and I was like, that would look so good together. I debated whether or not I wanted to keep it for myself, but I ended up giving it as a gift. The next thing that I got her is this balm. This is like the 101 multi-purpose balm from the brand Lanolips. I've actually used their hand cream before and I really liked it, but I haven't tried their balm until now and we've both tried it now and we really like it. Plus it has really cute packaging. I also got her this blush from Colourpop. This is the color Between the Sheets. She has a blush from Tarte that's pretty much like this exact color that she's used for years and I think she actually used it up. But when I was at Ulta, I saw this, it just instantly made me think of her. She was like, oh my gosh, this is the perfect color. So yeah, I think I did pretty well with that. Then I also got her this devotional. This is by Timothy Keller. She loves him. He's one of her favorite authors. Our family always gets and gives devotionals every year. So this was at the recommendation of her boyfriend. So thank you, Turner, for recommending that. I also texted him a while ago asking like what she might like as gifts. And he texted me a list of things that she made. And one of the things on there was, drumroll, a disco ball. Hello, is this not the most amazing thing that you've ever seen? As soon as I saw it on the list, I was like, okay, if there's one person that's gonna give her a disco ball, it's me. And I decided not to wrap it because I wanted to have it unwrapped by the tree and like when we all came downstairs, she'd see it first and it would like just, it would be a whole vibe. So I was actually carrying it downstairs on Christmas morning and my brother was like, I think we got her the same thing. And I was like, what do you mean? And he was like, I got her a disco ball too. And I was like, you're kidding me. Like, what are the odds? So he got her this one and now she has 2. Like, I don't know if it's possible to be jealous of a gift that you bought yourself, but I kind of want my own disco ball now. If you follow me on Instagram, I've already posted this one and there'll probably be many more posts to come. And then for my brother Rob, I got him this t-shirt when I was in Scotland. It's from the North Face store. It says Aberdeen and then it has like Aberdeen's coordinates, which I think is really cool. I didn't know what color to get him at first and I settled on yellow and he said that yellow was definitely his favorite and he said that he really loves this. I was hoping that it wasn't like he's just being nice, but he's already worn it and he keeps saying like how much he likes it. The main thing that I got my brother is an Academy Sports gift card. My brother and sister just turned 18 on December 19th and my brother is really big into hunting. So now that he's 18, he can buy ammo. So I asked my mom like, what do you think he'd like? And she said to get him a gift card to buy ammo. So I was like, cool. I also got him this hat from REI. It just says REI. He's very big into like outdoorsy stuff and he loves these colors, so I thought it would be a good gift. And then lastly for him, I got him some stickers because since he's an 18-year-old boy, he recently bought a 4Runner and he wants to put some stickers on it. So I got this one, Great Smoky Mountains. We have another Great Smoky Mountains, one more Great Smoky Mountains. This one is my favorite. And then lastly, this one that says Home on the Range. Then for my parents, I actually had to intercept my dad with his first gift because he was trying to make a cup of coffee and I got him coffee. So I was like, wait, no, use this one. This is from K-Brew. This is Anne and my favorite coffee shop here in Knoxville. And I've never actually tried any of their roasted coffees, so I kind of went out on a limb, but I've never seen any coffee that has these tasting notes. This says flavors of sweet cream, tangy sourdough, and tomato. I was like, and a coffee? Like, I have to try that. And my dad said it's really good. I haven't tried it yet. It smells amazing. And then I also got him a bottle of scotch, which I think I successfully managed to convince him that I did not get him. Because if you've seen some of my Vlogmas videos, you've heard that my dad asked me to bring scotch back, and I actually tried to mail like a little sampler and it got taken at customs, and then we toured a distillery, but I said, yeah, I just didn't want to get a bottle because it's so heavy. But secretly I did. This is the Singleton at Glen Ord single malt Scotch whiskey aged 12 years. And what's really cool about this is it's actually for the Southeastern Asian market, and the only other place in the world that you could buy it is at their distillery in Scotland. So it's kind of special, and I think it's something that he'll kind of like hang on to for special occasions and stuff. I also got a little whiskey glass with it. It just has their logo, and their logo has a trout. That made me more happy than it should have. Their logo has a trout on it, and both my brother and dad are really into trout fishing, so I thought it was kind of a cool touch. Okay, then for my mom, who is like the hardest person ever to buy gifts for, I got her a calendar and a book. She is a huge book person. That's like her thing. She reads all the time. And so we found this cute little bookstore in like a tiny little town, once again, in the Highlands. It was like right by the Isle of Skye, and we went in and I saw this book. The title is The Scots, A Genetic Journey. It's basically about how people with like Scotch Irish history got to where they were. It starts from like the cradle of humanity in Africa and like how everybody migrated outwards. I actually read the description in the bookstore and I was like, oh, this is interesting. And then I found myself reading it in the car as we were driving through the most beautiful scenery in the world. I was like, whoa, what are you doing? But if you're a little bit nerdy and you're interested in history and genealogy, this is so interesting. And my mom's already read half of it because she's crazy. I gave it to her yesterday. I thought this was perfect because if you know my mom, which you guys don't, but she has tried to convince all three of us kids to go into genetics for our careers. And then we also have Scotch-Irish history in our family. Even after I bought it, I didn't see this when I was like trying to find it. It explains the mutation of red hair and blue eyes, which is what my sister is. Apparently that's the rarest mutation there is. It's something like 0.01% of the population, and it covers that. So I was like, you literally cannot find a more perfect book. I'm really proud of this find, in case you can't tell. And then I also got her a calendar. She always buys herself a calendar every year, and I wanted to beat her to it this year. This is the Highlands and Islands of Scotland, and it is just absolutely beautiful scenery. She keeps trying to convince me to keep it for myself because she wants me to be able to relive our experience, and I was like, no, take it. I have my own pictures. So she did say it's beautiful though. And then last but not least, Ben and his family. I was able to confiscate the gifts from my family, but like Ben already has his gifts apart from this thing that I forgot. This is the book, How to Get a Meeting with Anyone. Ben has this really good talent of randomly emailing and calling people from different companies and like getting informational interviews and networking. And when it comes to networking, I'm terrified. I don't know how he does it, but that's like his thing that he's really good at. So I thought this would be interesting for him to read. And I also got him another book that is the Cocktail Bible. We were in another bookstore in Scotland and I found this and I thought it was perfect. He loves the color green and he always complains about not being able to make good mixed drinks. Like it's almost a running joke at this point. So it's like, oh, this will be perfect because basically it goes A to Z through like all sorts of classic cocktails, and it obviously gives the recipe and kind of explains like the history of them. But when we were at that bookstore, I was planning on secretly buying it for him, and then he was like, we've been in here forever, we need to go. And I was like, oh, okay. But luckily I was able to order it online and he really likes that. The last thing that I got him was a hydro flask. He's now in the hydro flask gang. I didn't know when I got it that my sister actually bought my brother one from the same limited edition series. So I got Ben the orange and kind of like green one because his favorite colors are green, orange, and blue. He doesn't have a lot of orange stuff, so I got him the orange one. My sister got my brother the tan and orange one, so they're like kind of twinning. I also got Ben this shirt, so my brother and him are twinning in yet another way. I chose to get him a water bottle because we went on a road trip a while ago and he brought like his favorite water bottle with him, and we still don't know if it got left in the car, if it got left behind. I looked all over my car for it. I could never find it. And he still says, no, like I probably just left it somewhere, don't worry about it. But I still feel a little guilty. And I realized he only has like a Nalgene. He doesn't have an insulated water bottle. So I was like, Hydro Flask gang. And then the last two gifts that I gave were for his parents. I also got them books. These are Images of America. And I was just like browsing through Barnes & Noble and I saw these. I thought they're really interesting because they're all like old black and white photos of different towns in America. And I got Maryville and Alcoa, which are like kind of the little small town that their family's from. These are kind of like twin towns. They're basically the same thing. And I wasn't planning on getting this, but I was scrolling through and I found like there's a store that they used to own called Profits, which is their last name. There's pictures of Profits in here. In the people section, like there are a few Profits listed, and his family's been in this town for like so many years. They're like an old Maryville family. And so I was like, oh my gosh, these are like their family members. So I thought they would appreciate this. I thought they'd be kind of interested in like seeing their family in there. Those are all of the gifts that I gave this year. I'm sure I'm like forgetting one or two, but oh well. Now I'm going to move into the gifts that I received. Okay, so I'm going to try to go in kind of like the same order as like the gifts that I gave. So starting off with Anne, she got me these 4 hair clips. I guess they came in a pack, but I got a green one and a pink one, kind of this like peachy orange and then black. I've been wearing my hair in clips like this so much recently, but I only have 1 clip. So needless to say, my vibes are going to be on point with these colors. Thank you so much, Anne. She knows what I like. She's honestly like the best gift giver in our family. She always blows me away with how thoughtful she is, but she's an Enneagram too, so if you know, you know. Then she also got me these earrings. She said she saw these on my Pinterest, and honestly, I've never seen them before, but when I opened the box, I was like, so I probably just forgot that I pinned them. But they're these little crescent moon and stars. They're so cute. I love anything that's like celestial themed. That's hard to say. And then from Rob, I got 2 hand creams, which is so thoughtful because this year, obviously, I have been using so much hand sanitizer. And as you can tell, my hands are so dry. These are both from Bath & Body Works. He got me the rose scent. He said he knew how much I loved anything rose scented, and I was like, thank you. Then he also got me Japanese Cherry Blossom, which this used to be like my absolute favorite scent. When I opened it up and smelled it, it was like, oh my gosh, like all of the good memes came flooding back. I still like how it smells. It's very nostalgic, so thank you, Rob. And then from Ben, I got a whole box of stuff, which even though this is an Amazon box, it was wrapped so beautifully. I feel bad because I honestly thought his mom wrapped it, but then he was like, no, I wrapped that. Like, he almost got kind of defensive about it, which I thought was funny. He was like, I've been wrapping presents for like 10 years now. I was like, okay. It's very artistic. I wish I took a picture. But he got me this little French press. This is the exact same one that I had in Scotland, and I was so sad that I wasn't able to bring it home with me. I just didn't have room in my bag, and he remembered that and got me another one, so I think that is so sweet. I love the green color. Catch me making my oat milk lattes still, even at home. Then he also got me 3 rolls of dark chocolate digestives. These are basically just little shortbread cookies that are like dipped in chocolate. They're so good. I ate them all the time in Scotland. He like joked that they were pretty much all I lived on, and I was like, I mean, kind of. You can buy these in America, but they're really hard to find. So like he searched where you could buy them and got me some. I thought that's all he got me, and I was like, thank you. Like, that was already so thoughtful. But then at the bottom of the box, there was a letter. It's kind of like a tradition of ours that we always write letters to each other for gifts. But the last bit of the letter says, on Saturday, January 2nd, 2021, we'll be going to Nashville for wine tasting at Arlington Vineyard, as well as touring the Cheekwood Mansion and botanical gardens that are decorated for Christmas with some pretty neat art. I'm excited to spend this weekend together. So he got me a weekend trip to Nashville. So thank you, Ben. I'm really hoping that Nashville is kind of back to normal by then, selfishly. But like, just thinking of Nashville, I just wanted to say, if you guys are from that area or if you know people there, my heart goes out to you. I've been thinking about you so much. I've been following the story, and people are just so wicked. But yeah, I know that got oddly sad really fast, but I just wanted to let you guys know that we're all thinking of you here in Knoxville, and hopefully things will get better soon. It could have been a lot worse. Okay, now to get into the actual meat of this video. I'm probably like 10 minutes in by now. These are all the gifts from my parents. Even though I just said parents, the first thing is actually something that I bought myself. These are the Comme des Garçons Converse. If you watched some of my first Vlogmas videos, you saw when I ordered these. I'm so excited for these. I've wanted to pair these forever, and they're just the black with the red heart. I wore them on Christmas and today. I'm just obsessed with them. Then I opened my stocking to find a jar of sauerkraut. This is an artisanal kraut. We always joke in my family that I don't like anything sweet. Like, I like anything that is savory and like vinegary, and I love sauerkraut. And we always get chocolate in our stockings, which I still got chocolate, but she joked that I would like sauerkraut more than chocolate. So I was like, honestly, I mean, both of these, thank you very much. I'm excited to eat my kraut. I know it's weird, but it's good for you and it tastes amazing. Then I got a beanie and some gloves in this really fun neon color. It's kind of washed out on camera, but it's like a greenish lime green, neon green. Honestly, even like with this, that's cute. It's been so cold here. I think it's been like 15 degrees every day, so I'm going to be getting a lot of use out of these. I also got this belt. I think this is from Target too. I've always like wanted to get one of these, but I've never bought one. I think mainly because I'm a gold person and like they always come in silver, but I'm really excited to try this out. Then I got some skincare stuff. I always put skincare on my Christmas list because it's expensive and I don't like buying it for myself. And then I kind of get like a new routine for the next year. First is the Sunday Riley UFO Ultra Clarifying Acne Treatment Face Oil. I've used their Luna Night Sleeping Oil in the past and I really liked it. I actually bought it in May of 2019 and I just used it up like a week or two ago, so it lasts forever. I use it every single night. So now I'm going to try their acne serum. It's this really pretty green color and I have high hopes for it because my acne has gotten worse in recent years, but I've heard really good things about the brand and I've liked everything that I've tried, the one thing that I've tried from them so far. Then I also got a toner. This is the Bioderma Soothing Moisturizing Toning Lotion. Ugh, that is a mouthful. I'm usually wary of toners because they tend to irritate my skin and my skin is also very dry, but I like that this one says soothing and moisturizing for sensitive skin. So I will let you guys know if I like this or not, but I'm really excited to find a toner that will hopefully be good for my skin. Then I got a new moisturizer. This is the Fresh Beauty Lotus Youth Preserve Cream with Multi-Action Super Lotus. I've used their Rose Deep Hydration Cream in the past and I really liked it. Kind of wanted to try a different one. It smells amazing. It kind of has like an orchid scent. I used it last night and my skin has been so soft today. I hope that it stays that way. I'm already loving this. So yeah, now I can have like a new skincare routine for 2021. I'll keep you guys updated on how I like these products. Okay, so one of my New Year's resolutions, which by the way, I normally never set resolutions, but this year I feel like I've just kind of like floated along with no goals or plans for obvious reasons, and so this coming year I kind of want to like have that not happen again. But if you guys want me to do a New Year's resolution video, I would love to do that. I think that would be really fun and also a good way to hold myself accountable. So like this video if you'd like to see that. I don't even know if I mentioned, one of my New Year's resolutions is to read more on paper. I read a ton of stuff online, but I just feel like reading books is just so nice. And needless to say, Santa did very good. I'm gonna try to go through these pretty fast. I'll still talk about them a little, so if you don't care about books, skip to... And yeah, so the first one is called September Love by Lang Leave. It's a poetry book. It's pretty much love poems. I love poetry. I know some people hate it. I think it's just so eloquent and beautiful. Poetry. This one is The Inevitable, Understanding the 12 Technological Forces That Will Shape Your Future. It's kind of a little scary to think about, but I feel like it'll be really useful knowledge to have going into the future. And I don't know, I want to stay like educated on all of this stuff. We're gonna learn about jobs robots can't do, but humans can. And venture capitalism. So cool. My dad rolled his eyes when I opened this one, but this is Who Says It's a Man's World? The Girl's Guide to Corporate Domination. Packed with insights from successful women who have climbed the corporate ladder. Who Says It's a Man's World helps women navigate the rocky path from cubicle to C-suite. So I'll be graduating in August and you guys better watch out for me because I am going to be climbing the corporate ladder thanks to this book. I feel like this will be very useful because I found that I'm not very good at vouching for myself and like standing up for myself. I've had instances where people have kind of like tried to take credit for my work and I just let it happen. That's just one small example. So I think this will be really useful. It also has stuff about like goal setting and like how to be an empathetic leader. I'll also let you guys know if I like this, but I feel like it'll be a very good guide to have. Then I got Instagram Rules. Normally I cringe at these books when I see them because for one, I feel like they're kind of desperate, but also by the time that they come out, they're usually so outdated. But I realized that like when I used to do this full time, it was 2015. Nobody had even like switched algorithms yet. And so now that I'm trying to do it again, I kind of feel like I have no clue what I'm doing and it shows. So I really feel like I need to like actually brush up and like learn how this stuff works. But it's the essential guide to building brands, business, and community. So I'm gonna give in and try to learn some stuff, but if you guys see my Instagram popping off in the new year, you can thank this book. Next I got You Mean I'm Not Lazy, Stupid, or Crazy? Classic self-help book for adults with attention deficit disorder. If you guys are already subscribed to me, you know that I talk about having ADHD a lot and how much of a struggle that is for me. Like I've only really started like reading about it hardcore in the past year or two, and the more I read, the more I realize so many things in my life and so many things like that are the way I am are because of it or affected by it. And the more that I read, the more coping mechanisms and strategies that I can get to help overcome that and also kind of like harness the power of it sometimes. I actually got a Barnes & Noble gift card, so I picked this one out myself. I walked in this store and I was like, ooh, I picked it up First thing that I noticed was that it was like a big and readable font, and that it was also kind of like broken down into manageable chunks, and I was like, okay, cool. Then when I got home and I opened the cover, like the first thing that it says is that they did that on purpose. So I was like, oh, thank you guys. And then, oh, I totally forgot, the main gift that my family got my mom is an air fryer, which she's really excited about. I feel like everyone got their mom's air fryers. But last time I went to Barnes & Noble, I saw that there was an air fryer recipe book there. I didn't really know if she likes recipe books or not. So when she got it, I was like, hey, there's a recipe book at Barnes & Noble that I thought you might like. Let me know if you want me to get it. And she said yes. So it was in the clearance section. And when I picked it up, these 3 books were sitting next to it, and I was like, okay, I kind of feel like this is a sign. So I got all 3. This is, and I'm laughing so hard at myself for these, but this one is Self-Esteem, a Practical Guide. Look at my confidence level, guys. That's gonna be me. Confidence to redline. This one is really interesting to me because it is based in cognitive behavioral therapy, so it's kind of like therapy in a book, which will be really useful. Then I also got Thriving with Social Anxiety, Daily Strategies for Overcoming Anxiety and Building Self-Confidence. This one is also based in cognitive behavioral therapy, so I think it'll be really interesting. I opened it up when I was in the store just to kind of see what it was like, and I forgot exactly what the scenario was, but I was just like, I've been there. So hopefully this one will help me finally make more friends and not hate myself in social situations. And then last, this one is a little bit less pathetic than the others, but this one is called Clearing Emotional Clutter, Mindfulness Practices for Letting Go of What's Blocking Your Fulfillment and Transformation. This one seems really interesting. I was reading it in the tub last night. I've always wanted to practice mindfulness because my mind is always very cluttered, just like I feel like everyone's is, but with ADHD it's cluttered to an even crazier extent. So I've always wanted to kind of learn how to just like clear it out, and I think this will be hopefully it's a very useful guide. So those are all the books I got. I'm very excited to read them. But another one of my New Year's resolutions that kind of goes along with that is to start using a planner. Again, I used to use a planner all the time, and then for some reason, I think this when I got to college, I just kind of stopped. I still write goals down and stuff, and I still use a monthly calendar, but I don't write stuff down day to day and week by week. And I feel like this will be very useful to hopefully start planning out my life again and, you know, getting things done on a schedule. This is the Morgan Harper Nichols one. She's one of my favorite artists. If you guys don't follow her Instagram, it is amazing. I highly recommend it. She's got like fantastic inspiration and her art style is beautiful. And she's also a Black woman, so I'm very happy to support her. But yeah, I'm excited to like be one of those girls that uses a planner again because I will feel so put together. Then I got this makeup bag. I was at a lunch with Ben's family and they were opening gifts, and Ben's grandmother opened one gift that happened to be this same makeup bag, and when I saw it I was like, no way, I'm getting the same one too, which I knew I was getting because when it was sitting under the tree it was just like this but had tissue paper in it. But she's like, really? That makes me feel young again. So now I'm twinning with Ben's grandma. You guys wish you could be on my level. But I also got some makeup that I will once again try to go through kind of quickly. A new NARS Laguna bronzer. They changed their packaging and I'm honestly not wild about it, but it's still one of my favorite products of all time. I cannot recommend this enough. I also got a Lano kind of like face mask slash moisturizer. This is the Aussie Flyer Face Base Leave-On Recovery Mask. It is reviving, deeply hydrating for dried out, travel weary skin. It's somebody who's a little travel weary. I think it will be perfect. My skin is also so dry all year round, especially in the winter. I literally get like flaky around my nose, so I really hope that this will help with it. Then I got a lip balm from the same brand. I haven't even opened this one yet, but this is the Minty Lano Stick. My lips are honestly just as dry as my skin. This one has really pretty packaging as well. Anything with lanolin, I feel like is super helpful. It's definitely minty. It feels very natural. Then I got another lip balm. This is the Sugar Advanced Therapy. I'm sure you guys have heard of these before. I feel like they're kind of a cult favorite. I've actually had this one. This is the Mint Rush flavor for over a year, and this is actually the very first chapstick that I have entirely used up. Look at that. Every single other one I've ever used, I've always lost, and I'm very excited to have a replacement. I also got a bunch of stuff from ColourPop, which I love ColourPop. I've only used one of their palettes before, so I've always wanted to try their other makeup. This is the Pretty Fresh tinted moisturizer, which I'm wearing right now, and I think it looks pretty good. It has hyaluronic acid in it, so once again, it's pretty moisturizing. And then I also got the concealer that goes with it. Look at how cute this packaging is. Then I got a liquid liner. This is in the color Red, which I'm a little scared to wear, but I still think it'll be fun. I actually got a Skye wash from Glossier in green as well. And this one is red, so on Christmas Day when we went to brunch, I did like a fun red and green look. And some of my family members thought it was yellow and pink, like magenta, so I don't know if that says anything about the pigmentation or my application or the fact that we were all 6 feet away. I'm gonna say it's that, but I thought the consistency of this was still pretty good. Then I got a blush and a highlighter. This one is in the color Drop of a Hat. It's kind of like a orangey rosy color with like gold flecks in it as I almost drop it. I don't know if the packaging is red because it's some special edition or what, but I really like this color. It reminds me of the NARS Cactus Flower blush that I used to use all the time before they discontinued it. Then I also got this highlighter in the color Wisp. This is like a champagne gold color. Absolutely beautiful. I love the consistency. It's in between like a cream blush and a powder, which I think is really cool. I'm actually wearing this right now as well. Then I got 3 NYX eyeliners. I'm going to be doing the best eyeliner looks, you guys. I got kind of like a teal color, and then I got purple and dark purple. I'm actually wearing the purple on my eyes right now. I don't know if it's showing up, but that's kind of what I like about it, is that it's still like pretty subtle. Next I got some weights, because another one of my New Year's resolutions is to start taking my fitness and my health more seriously. I feel like I don't even need to do a resolutions video anymore because I'm just talking about them here. Basically, I used to play a ton of sports and then I quit them all at once, and so for the past few years pretty much my only exercise has been walking to and from class, and I still eat pretty healthy, but I'm definitely by no means in shape. So I really miss the feeling of like feeling capable in my body and like feeling in shape. It's really hard to explain, but I got these to go with our family's main gift, which is a Peloton. I am so excited. My sister's honestly the main one that's been pushing for this. She's wanted one for so long, but I'm so excited to use it. I can't wait to be like one of those spin girls. Kind of along the same lines, I got this headband from Lululemon. It's almost like the exact same color as the beanie and gloves that I got. And then I got this cute little workout top. I don't know if you can tell that it's brown. I don't know what's on it. And it's got like these gold accents, which I think is really fun. I've been really into brown recently. Normally I would not think to buy brown, but I think this will be really cool. Then I got a few other clothing items. First is this t-shirt, which I actually got when I went to get my brother's gift. I saw this shirt and I was like, oh, that's cute. So I bought this one for myself, but I'm still going to include it. It's just like a white tee. I got an extra large. I feel like it'll just be like a really good kind of like classic to wear. Then I got another t-shirt. I think this is from Brandy. No, it's from John Galt. I don't know what brand that is, but it's like this really cute little like kind of like a mini tee. It says Los Angeles. And then I also got a pair of sweatpants. These are from the same brand. They're like a very cool texture that's almost like ribbed. They're not kind of like fluffy on the inside like traditional sweatpants, and I really like that, but they say New York right there on the leg. I also got a few hair things, first of which is the entire Olaplex, not entire, but the Olaplex system. I've always been really interested in this, and for a long time I went to a hairstylist that worked for a salon that like had their own line of products that she used, but she recently started her own salon, and I saw last time that I was there that she had Olaplex, so I asked her about it, and she was like, oh my gosh, your hair would be the perfect candidate for that, like it would work wonders. And I was like, oh, okay. So I put it on my list and I got the Olaplex No. 0 Intensive Bond Building Hair Treatment. This is kind of like what rebuilds the bonds and kind of like smooths breakage and stuff. Then I got the No. 3 Hair Perfector. This is kind of like a repair and strengthening cream. You use this once a week and it kind of like keeps everything up and like fixes things as it goes. And then I got No. 4 and 5, the shampoo and conditioner. You use this like a normal shampoo and conditioner, but it also like maintains your treatment as you go as well, which is perfect because I actually needed a new shampoo and conditioner, so perfect timing. Then I got this tote bag, which I think is so cute. I just love my canvas tote bags. This one says go get him, and then it has a tiger, so like go get him tiger. But I love how fun that design is. Honestly, like with this, I got some stuff from Glossier. Again, if you guys watched some of my early Vlogmas videos, you saw me ordering this. So I kind of cheated. I knew what this was, but the first thing that I got was the Wild Fig Balm.com. Look how pretty that is. I love purple and green. That has honestly been like my favorite color combo recently. I didn't know that it was tinted, but I think that's really cool. As I mentioned earlier, I got some Skye Wash. This one is the color Lawn, and this one is in the color Pool, which is a very like 80s-tastic light blue. I'm so excited to try this one as well. I also got even more eyeliner. Blue color is Adult Swim. The bottom is Disaster Class. It's like a navy and then kind of like a dark burgundy. Once again, I like just kind of like trying out subtle variations in color with my eyeliner, so I think these will be really good for like everyday looks. Then I got 2 cloud paints. This one is in the color Spark. This one is in the color Eve. My favorite cloud paint color that I use like almost every day is the color Storm, and I feel like Eve is kind of like a more like purpley version of that. And then this one is like a bright rosy red, which I'm a little scared of, but I think will still be really fun. Then I also got a hand cream because 2020 and winter. Not one, but 2 new boy brows. I've been out of my boy brow since before September. before. It's been really hard, you guys. But I got brown and I got clear. And then last I got another moisturizer, which I forgot that I ordered, otherwise I wouldn't have put the other one on my list, but oh well. This is the Priming Moisturizer Balance Oil Control Gel Cream. I've used their original priming moisturizer before and I didn't really like it. It kind of like irritated my skin and broke me out, so I'm a little nervous to try this, but it is made for more sensitive acne prone skin. And then last but not least, I'm going to include some thrifted items because we got a little bit of spending money for like after Christmas sales, which I was like, seriously, like I do not need that. I already got so much stuff, but my mom was like, no. So like, okay. So my sister and I went thrifting yesterday and we got just a few things, so I'm going to include them because even though I didn't get them on Christmas Day, I still kind of feel like they're gifts. First of which is this bag, which I think the shape is so interesting. It's like honestly not the best quality. Well, it's Tommy Hilfiger, but it's not the best quality still. But I think the shape is like so cool in 90s. And of course, it's Croc. You guys know anything Croc, I will buy. I also got a goblet. This is the most beautiful like pink, rose, purple, lilac color, and I love the shape. They had a set of 2 and my sister and I each got one. I don't know why I have such a weakness for thrift store glassware in general. I'm going to have a huge collection one day. You can just picture me being like the most extra and using this as my bedside table water glass. Then I found this t-shirt which just says ocean, which I think is kind of funny, but I like the letters and I like the ocean, so there we go. It's navy. It's just got this like white block text and yeah, just like a t-shirt. And then very last but definitely not least, 2 turtlenecks. You guys know I love my turtlenecks. These are both from Ralph Lauren. For some reason they had a ton of Ralph Lauren turtlenecks that were all like brand new. We were like, oh my gosh. So I got a cream one because we all know that I need more cream sweaters. And then I got a brown one. Like I said, I've been so into brown recently. I wear my black turtleneck like almost every day, but I'm really excited to branch out a little bit, try the brown. Basically, these are just like your average turtleneck. They're ribbed. They're really heavy, durable fabric. Like I'm very impressed with the quality. But the only thing that's different about them is that they have this little Ralph Lauren logo on the collar, which I think is really cute. So that is everything that I gave and got for Christmas. Once again, I'm so thankful for everything that I got, especially like now that I'm becoming more of an adult. I'm like, oh my gosh, I get way too many gifts, but I still like sharing them with you guys. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so that you never miss an upload. Also, everything that I show will be linked down below, and also all of my social media is linked down below. So if you want to follow my Instagram, that will soon be popping off. It's linked down below with all of my other social media. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!